Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of the Race Report. I'm Ron Hills, and once again we're coming to you from Brothers 2 on Watson Boulevard in Endwell. Before we get started, let's remind you that next Monday night is 4th of July, and we will not be doing the race show here or the weekly racing trivia, but that will resume on Monday, July 11th. For more information, log on to theracereport.tv. Well, we have lots of racing to talk about this week. We're going to move first to Thunder Mountain Speedway, the XL 600 modified feature, and on the microphone is Leon Andrus.
Green is out, and we're racing. They got the 14 of Kaylee DeMoyer out there to get a couple laps in, I guess. And then Little Caesar's Pizza ride. Justin DeMoyer going to lead lap number 1. Tommy Shiner and the T31 of Kyle Fallis, they were hooked together momentarily. Kaylee DeMoyer eventually here is going to have to say bye-bye.
Down the turn number 1, Shiner out front, Dana Davis in 2. Then it's McCabe, followed by Eastman as they head down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Here comes Eastman way down the inside looking for third.
Lap traffic could become an issue here for your top 2. Eastman to the inside of Shiner, can't quite get by as they work it down the front straightaway.
Now in the second half of this event, here comes Eastman down to the inside. Shiner leaves some room down to the bottom. Wheel-to-wheel combat down the back straightaway for the lead. Approaching the 20 of Decker. Eastman with a nose in front out of the corner.
Justin Shiner had to get up and out of the groove. Now Will Eastman able to go underneath the Dusty Decker machine. Defending track champion Will Eastman out of Oneonta, New York, ready to bring him out of turn number 4. Green is out, hammers down, and we're racing. Justin Shiner right there second. Joe McCabe third. Jamie France taking a look to the inside of the T31 of Kyle Fallis. That looks like a position changer. The win going to go to Will Eastman. Shiner for 2, McCabe for 3.
To open sportsman action, once again, here are Leon Andrus and Brett Deo.
Ron looks him over. He gives him the green. Green means go. Thomas Ferguson the first. Will lead him down into turn 1. Larry Ellis on the outside, going to be your leader down the backstretch. Chris Jordan right there, third. Kevin Jordan up on the high side. Shane Spoonhour with the 34X, and Brian White had a little get together. They got it all straightened out. Hillis continues to show the way. Then it's Kevin Jordan, Chris Jordan inside out of Thomas Ferguson. And it's Chance Spoonhour way down on the bottom. Way down on the bottom is Brian White, and up high is Eddie White. Got some pair of brothers second and third. We got a father and son fourth and sixth. Carl Bittenbender looking to get underneath the 29C of Jason Tuttle. But Larry Hillis looking to get the monkey off his back and that number 31 machine. Larry Meckick doing a pretty good job in a strange 66 machine till I said that, and him and Jason Tuttle had some contact. Kevin Jordan now your new leader down the front straightaway. The green is out. Kevin Jordan back out front, Chris Jordan second. Hillis slides up, here comes flying Brian White in the 56. The Quits Logging and Firewood sponsored machine looking to the inside of Chris Jordan. Brian White got something figured out here at the Thunder Mountain Speedway. Got pressure on second place in points, Chris Jordan now. Those two side by side. Looks like White's going to win that battle as he's going to be in the middle of the Jordan sandwich. Brian and Chris running 1-3. Then we got J.R. Fulper making his way up into the top 5, trying to work around Chance Spoonhour. Look at Eddie White working his way up through the pack. Brian White on a mission here. He's to the inside of Jordan as they work it down the backstretch. They come out of the turn. It's going to be 14 in, a half a dozen to go. Jordan, your leader. Brian White right there. White was struggling early in the season. Finally got the car handling the way he wants. Chris Jordan all by himself third. Fourth is Larry Hillis. Chance Spoonhour is fifth. Fulper is sixth. Daniel Berman having a ride of his life here, seventh. Eddie White is eighth. Bittenbender ninth. And Dane Coney unofficially 10th. Eddie White now going to switch lanes. Going to go to the high side. Trying a high-low switch coming out of turn 2. He's going to pull up alongside Kevin Jordan. Jordan going to beat him into the turn. They'll work out of turn number 4. It's still Kevin Jordan, your leader. Brian White this time got alongside, side by side into turn number 3. Jordan hits the accelerator to get up there to close that door. Parallel sticks are in the air, 2 to go. Don't go away now. Brian White going to crank it up on the outside. Watch for this big high-low switch here. Coming out of turn number. Caution out. Caution. Oh, my. Leave 18 laps in the books. Kevin Jordan, Brian White, Chris Jordan, Chance Spoonhour, your top 4. Green is back out. Jordan back out front. Brian White going to try it up on the outside, going to follow him through the turn. Going to set it up on the top side, down into turn number 3. Out of 4, where's he going to be? Going to try to crank it up on the top side, down the front straightaway. 1 lap in. White up on the outside, Jordan down low. Side by side, White with a nose in front now. Down into 3. Jordan going to try to get in there to win. Going to go to flying. Brian White. Kevin Jordan for 2. Chris Jordan for 3. Fulper for 4. And really close here for 5. We'll leave that to the scorers.
Next up, street stock action.
Side by side, here we go. Stack and Wilbur, side by side as they take it down to turn number 1. Jack Holcomb down on the inside, way up on the outside, Earl Zimmer. Damon Decker right in the mix. Don't forget Gene Sharpstein. Here comes Jonathan Carpenter. But Doug Stack going to lead lap number 2 here. 20 laps is the distance. Decker to the inside of Holcomb. Jonathan Carpenter trying to slide underneath the slowing Holcomb machine. But Stack shows the way. Mike Wilbur on his back bumper. Matt Spencer, Shane Wolf. Some of the big guns still there towards the back of the pack. Damon Decker now putting pressure on the 2EZ of Earl Zimmer. That's a battle for 2nd and 3rd. Carpenter trying to get to the inside of Gene Sharpstein, who's trying to make a 3 wide. Look at Carpenter, 3 deep. Damon Decker takes over 2nd. Hang on, we're going to have a caution. We got one the wrong way down here in turn number 1. That's Jeff Wilcox around. Green is out. The logger rolls him. Hang on, right here on the front straightaway. Jeff Wilcox, his car went sideways and over. Oh my. Again, we're going to go side by side out of turn number 4. Here they come. Earl Zimmer getting run on the outside as Doug Stack sort of bogged down a little bit there. Now he's hooked with Damon Decker. Doug Stack able to unhook. He's going to pull away, but the caution going to come out here. Green is out, and we're back racing. Rick Sensabaugh, his car is starting to come apart. The RS-21 machine. Carpenter down on the inside of Zimmer. Zimmer going to try to pinch down on the inside. Halfway, 10 in, 10 to go. Carpenter and Zimmer side by side through turns 2. That lane opened up a little bit. Going to take a little advantage. Carpenter going to try. Zimmer going to push up the speedway. That's going to be it. As Carpenter going to get the top spot now. White flag out for Carpenter. Jake Falston in trouble with the 66. Hang on, Rick sends the ball. The win goes to Carpenter. Zimmer for 2. Dudley for 3. Spencer for 4.
"30 years of satisfied customers. That's the proud history of Brush and Pallet Auto in Candor. We have a large selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Here is this week's Car of the Week. We'll give you a $1,000 minimum trade-in, and we have financing options to fit your needs, including a first-time buyer's program. Think you can't afford it? We think you can. Check us out at brush-pallet.com or visit us in person at 598 Owego Road in Candor, New York.
For 3 generations, we've been building world-class American performance.
Like the new Edelbrock Power Package Top-End Kit, based on Edelbrock's powerful RPM crate engines. Each kit includes aluminum heads and intake, cam and lifters, gaskets, and hardware to build your own 400-plus horsepower Chevy small block. For 3 generations, it's pure American performance from the leader. Call now for your free Edelbrock catalog.
Edelbrock makes them right here in the USA.
Unicorn Electronics in the Valley Plaza, Johnson City has the best pricing and selection of audio, video, and computer cables in the area. Don't spend a fortune on that HDMI cable for your new HD TV or Blu-ray player. Unicorn Electronics has quality cables in the lengths you need at a price you can afford. Expanding your network? Unicorn has the patch cables and accessories to make it happen. When you need to connect, think Unicorn Electronics in the Valley Plaza, Johnson City.
98.1 The Hawk, number 1 for 20 in a row.
This is Jason Aldean.
Hot New Country.
This is Luke Brown.
And kiss tomorrow goodbye.
This is Charles,
Dave,
and Hillary.
And we are
Lady Annabella. And I don't know why you don't take me downtown anymore.
Binghamton's Hot New Country.
This is Carrie Underwood.
Every tear soaked whiskey memory blown away.
Binghamton's Hot New Country. 98.1 The Hawk.
The 00X. Showing the way. Shane Spoonhour right there second. Tommy Collins is third. Hang on, we got a couple cars out of shape here on the front straightaway. They got it all sorted out. We're going to stay green. Greg Turner showing the way. 3 wide down the front straightaway with Isaiah forward, way down on the bottom of the 77. Mike Nagel up on the outside, Mike Nagel Jr. and that M7 machine. Brian Mady trying to get underneath the 25 of Pat Jordan as they work it through the turns here. 6 laps in, 14 to go. And this 20-lap Great Sportsman feature. Spoonhour now trying to draw alongside the Greg Turner 00X. Kaylee DeMoyer, her car not running on all 8 cylinders, I don't believe. Shane Spoonhour, your new leader, way up on the outside. Down low, that's Turner in that 00X machine. Green is back out here. Tommy Collins down on the inside, trying to get around the inside of Greg Turner. Brian maybe right there on the spot footing on. We got contact. And we got Nagel going around. We had Matt Brewer and Jordy Decker both leaning on him. Spoonhour trying desperately to protect the bottom. Tommy Collins trying to avoid contact with the implement tire. Brian Mady now going to try to crank it up on the outside. Time is of the essence here, just 3 to go. It'll be 2 when they come out of turn number 4. Wow, you could set the table right here. There goes Tommy Collins around. A caution coming out. Just a little contact from the 25 of Jordan's. So we're ready to go back to green. Got 2 laps to settle it. Shane Spoonhour and Brian Mady. Mady down on the inside. Spoonhour keeping it cranked up on the outside. Brian Mady down on the bottom. He's going to swing up. Come out of the turn. A little bit of contact right there. Mady getting a white flag. Down the backstretch for the final time as they work it into turn number 3. Tommy Collins going pit side. The win going to go to the 2 of Brian Mady. Spoonhour for 2. Jordy Decker for 3. Isaiah Forward for 4. James McIntyre for 5. Here they come. Green is out. We're racing. Modified style, 30 laps. Up on the outside to 34. Hang on, we got one around. That's Danny Creedon. Caution coming out here. Out of the turn they come. Titus back on the accelerator. Billy Spoonhour up on the outside. Tyler Seary there in the middle. 3 wide out of the turn. Chad Cook and Bobby Ham, they have a little connection. Coming around a complete lap number 1, it's Kenny Titus. Way up on the outside, there goes Billy Spoonhour. We got one around here in the back of the pack. Caution is out. Now we got 4 of them over there in turn 2. Hang on, way up on the outside. Spoonhour able to bring her back down, way down on the bottom. That's Tyler Seary. Seary looking to take over second as Chad Cook way up on the outside in the Triple Deuce machine. Kenny Titus showing the way around right now in the number 9. Titus out of Kirkwood, New York. Tyler Seary down there with the 5-star. We got the 84 Morse going around up in turn number 1. Coming out of turn number 4, ready to go back to green. Green is out, we're back racing. Titus, your leader. Spoonhour trying to crank it up on the top spot. Chad Cook and Tyler Seary battling 3 and 4. Spoonhour on a high-low switch here down the front straightaway. Titus still your leader. Tyler Seary going to look down deep with the 5-star. Chad Cook up high, and here comes Brian Malcolm in the 119 machine. Titus continues to set the pace. Chad Cook bobbles just a little bit. Jeremy Smith now trying to crank up the 46 as they work it out of the turn. Kenny Titus still your leader. Tyler Seary to the inside of Spoonhour. Chad Cook on the extreme outside in the Triple Deuce machine. We're going to have a new leader out of 4. Way down on the bottom, Tyler Seary. The old squeeze play on Bobby Ham. Ham going to get Seary back. He said he had enough of that, and there he goes around. Seary got a piece of Ham going in the turn. Ham got a whole lot of Seary coming out of 4. Lap traffic coming up for your top 3 cars. Malcolm to the inside of Chad Cook. Down the backstretch they go. Malcolm diving to the inside of Chad Cook. Out of the turn they come. Chad Cook still your leader. Alan Barker. Boy, that says I'd like to have a caution right now. Then you got Jeremy Smith taking over 4th. Danny Creedon 5th. Billy Spoonhour is 6th. Lap traffic coming up for your leader. Brian Malcolm now off the pace just a little bit on Chad Cook with 2 to go. Creedon working on Jeremy Smith. White flag out one more time around. Creedon to the inside of Jeremy Smith. That's for position. Checkered flag gonna fly. The win gonna go to Chad Cook, Brian Malcolm, Alan Barker, Jeremy Smith, Danny Creedon, Brent Wilcox, Billy Spoonhour, Tyler Seary, Kenny Titus, Chris Stahl, Ryan Jordan, Barry White, and Byron Worthing. There they are.
Watkins Glen International will host its first major event of the year, the Salem 6 Hours of the Glen Weekend. For more information, log on to theglen.com.
"30 years of satisfied customers. That's the proud history of Brush and Pallet Auto and Candor. We have a large selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Here is this week's Car of the Week. We'll give you a $1,000 minimum trade-in, and we have financing options to fit your needs, including a first-time buyer's program. Think you can't afford it? We think you can. Check us out at brush-pallet.com or visit us in person at 598 Owego Road in Candor, New York.
98.1 The Hawk, number one for 20 in a row.
This is Luke Bryan.
This is Eric Church.
This is Tim McGraw.
Binghamton's hot new country, 98.1 The Hawk.
Welcome back to the Race Report. Champion Speedway in Owego was in action this weekend with Speedway motorcycle racing and ATVs. On the microphone is James Eggleston.
Here we go, they're on the line, they're up on the bars. The gate is up and we're up in Speedway action. Oh, taking out Bumans, taking out. This will be a yellow flag event. This will yellow flag it. Rider down. The gate is up and we're up. We are racing. Oh, look at the body English there on Dalton. Whoa, coming hard on the outside. Casey Dalton. Followed by Jeremy Parson. Kicking it up on the backstretch. At the middle, in the middle. White flag in the air. Casey. Here's the white flag. Dalton. Parson. Middle. Got to fight for third. Casey takes the win. Followed by Parson. Buman. Riders up on the line. Getting ready. And the gate is up. And the front wheels are up. 34 out there. Shane Smith. Followed by Andrew Spare. Smith out front commandingly. Spear in second. And Pat Irve in third. Smith still out front. Nothing's changed out there. Hard riding. Andy Speck with the devil-looking kind of four-wheeler. They're really getting on it. Putting the body English on it. Shane Smith out front. Taking the white flag. It's kind of yellow flag. And here we go with the checkers for Shane Smith. Followed by Andy Speck and then Pat Irve. ATV main, pro main, I believe. Up on the bars, there we go. We're off at Speedway. We're heading into the first quarter. Buman in the middle. Buman takes the lead. Followed closely by Parsons. Casey Donald. A body English. Buman out front by a couple of car lengths. Casey Donald, 97, he's coming up hard. He wants that second spot. He just might get it. Parsons trying to close the door. Casey a little out of control, but he takes second place. Buman still out first. Middle bringing up the rear.
What's going on? I'm Kyle. We're enjoying ourselves, aren't we? Yeah, we've got some really cool stuff coming your way.
Buman out front. Casey Donald.
About it. If you join the Whale Nation, it's powered by McDonald's at 991thewhale.com. You can join it for free. There's details for all of our
Buman takes the white flag.
for free, thousands of dollars worth of stuff that we're just giving away.
Casey coming in second. Parsons in third. Middle and fourth. There's your winner, Mikey Buman. Followed by Casey Donald. Jeremy Parsons. Project. Adam Middle.
And once again, a reminder that we will not be filming Monday night at Brothers 2 because it's the 4th of July. The race report and racing trivia resume on Monday, July 11th at Brothers 2. That's 2901 Watson Boulevard in Enwell. Racing trivia starts at 7:30. We hope you'll join us. Coming up this weekend, a lot of exciting racing at Watkins Glen International. Log on to theglen.com for more information. That's all we have time for everyone here at the Race Report. Thanks for watching. I'm Ron Hills, and I'll see you at the races.
Come out of the turn this time. It's going to be 2 laps remain. Hang on now. BB making a challenge on Ellsdorf. Ellsdorf, not sure if he wants to take that challenge. Got to stick on the gas a little bit harder. Dan Allen right there, third. Lanson Cummings is fourth. White flag out. One more time around. BB going to take a shot down on the inside, down the backstretch, down into turn 3. Out of 4. Here they come. Checkered flag going to go to Ryan Ellsdorf. Jason Beebe, Dan Allen, Lanson Cummings.
That's right. What do you say? What do you say? Some fire. All right. Thunder Mountain style here in celebration of 2008 Independence.